May profits be upon you. I'm going to take a look at gold on the CFD. All right, it's a little different than the futures look at it. As you can see, it's a little more spotty, but you can see that there is a volume imbalance there on the futures, and we haven't taken that low, and we haven't taken that high. I broke this down in the previous video. Check it out, will you please? I'll leave it a link to it at the bottom of the screen. All right, but as for the CFD, you see this arrow on here, right? I put that there last week because I was thinking that there is a fair value gap there, and that's the wrong one. It's a bearish fair value gap. All right. And you see price had some momentum going down into this volume imbalance on the futures, but here it is just a bullish fair value gap. Price traded down into here past the midpoint, the consummate encroachment, right? It traded past the midpoint, and when it does that with a close past the midpoint of this of the fair value gap, I tend to think that this is about to fail. All right. Price did an about face, came back up and traded into the fair value gap where you see this long wick of rejection on the daily, right? So I'm thinking, you know, this may hold price and bring price down. All right. And take out and fill the rest of this fair value gap here. All right. But we need a closer look at this the same way we did with the futures. We need to take a closer look at this, right? And I'm looking for fair value gaps, whether they're bullish or bearish, right? We see the same fair value gap, a bearish one, right here that was formed on the daily that we was just on here and here, right? Right, with this the candle being in the middle. All right, so price pulls back up, comes back down. Then we got a new candle here, and you thought, hey, price will probably respect that thing. No, that's not what happened. The same thing as I said in the last video. Price came back, traded back up into it. There's an order block there, and traded through it. All right, came back, retested it, and respected it as a inverted fair value gap. So far, it's holding. I'm thinking price is probably going to aim for that high. All right. And once it aims for that high, I'm looking in this leg to see if price is going to give us a bullish fair value gap. If we start to see a breakaway gap forming, then I'm looking for expansion up on top of it. An expansion candle, expanded candle, right? To expand the range. All right. But if it's just to take liquidity at the midpoint of this fair value gap, right? If it's just to take liquidity, then we might see another wick or swipe the buy side liquidity and then make its way down. Boom. All right. There is another bullish fair value gap down here, just like on the futures version. All right. But we'll see what price does when it gets there. All right. But so far, if it goes past this inverted fair value gap, if it trades past that, I'm looking forward to hit and then overtake this one as well. We shall see. We shall see. Because if this one holds, price is going to come down. And if price comes down, go back to the daily so that we can put a bow on this thing. The sell side liquidity, the draw on liquidity will be this line here at 2001.88, right? And if it goes lower, then this will be the next one, right? I pointed out this line up here. All right, and I'm really not interested in taking longs against this just yet. Until I see price break and close above that, I'm not interested in taking longs. I want to see something like this first. I'll catch the pullback once it's confirmed that this fair value gap has been traded through. All right, and price is leaving a fair value gap behind to come fill. And once it fills it, I'll take that. But that's the only time I'll be interested in some longs here. All right, I'm really interested in taking uh, valid sell trades, and but I'm waiting for proper proper a proper setup. I wait for all my criteria to be hit. One of them has to be fair value gaps. All right, I'll be looking on lower time frames. All right, I'm going to go from the daily to the 1 hour for my narrative. The daily is giving me my bias. I'm going to the 1 hour for my narrative, and then I'll go for my entry on the 5. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Uh, watch the futures that I video I just put out, and trade safely. All right. The beginning of this week, I think, will be some manipulation. We'll see the dollar probably gain a little strength. It'll look like it's gaining strength, and then it'll turn around. But we have a lot of we have plenty of red folder news. We have the interest rate decisions coming up for euro, Japan, the yen, and the Canadian dollar. So this is going to be it, and we have red folders for US. So be careful this week. This is in the middle of a range. This range, we're in the middle. You don't want to take trades here. All right. Wait until price shows its hand on Monday. Let it trade. Let it fold. Let it unfold in front of you, and then take your trades with more information. All right. I'll see you in the next video. May profits be upon you. Please leave me some feedback. I want to hear from you. Okay.